So let's take a look at some of the progress that we've been doing. I think you guys are going to be really happy with this. I am. And I'm in my little tent here. So, because that's what I'm forced to have over here while we work through regulatory issues. And so I got basically the one side I got framed out with the stick framing, and then this is the kind of like the sheathing, rough sheathing. And underneath that, that looks pretty good. This is the 1/4 inch OSB. This is kind of like basically the 1/2 inch. So like on the roof I did that 1/4 inch, and that's what that looks like up there. That's not fully trimmed out on the side, but that's got like a nice cap to it, so that'll be pretty good. And then over on this side, got that main sheet, and this sheet here is like the 1/2 inch. It's like, I don't know, it was 17/32 or whatever that is, basically 1/2 inch, and that's because that's a shear. So like this little panel right here doesn't have like a lot of shear force to it, but this panel here does, because it supports the whole bed, so it's kind of like structural. And then this panel here has the shear force as well. Let's walk around the back. Pardon my little mess. So this is what this is going to look like in the back, and I left that long on purpose because the tailgate is going to come up to, I don't know, right around here, you know, more or less. And then up in this area in the back over here, and then this area in the back over here, it's going to actually stick out proud, because the tailgate sticks out, you know, about like this far, but down here. Okay, so above the tailgate it's going to stick out, and then the final dimension will be, you know, basically right in line with the thickness of the tailgate, which is, I don't know, 5 or 6 inches. So, and then on one side is going to be like the heater kind of situation, you know, storage of the diesel fuel for the heater. And then maybe on the other side is going to be the air conditioner unit, which will probably go like right around in this area, I'm assuming. So that wall over there is just going to be solid for now. I might put in a small window over there, and then this window, this wall over here, there is a window that goes in this area here. So I'm really happy with that progress, and we're going to continue framing out and supporting and doing the sheathing on all of this. And I got a little insulation, so we'll fill in some of this insulation. We'll kind of like rough out this area here where that little shark fin goes. That's right in this area here. So that'll be like a little void here, so that shark fin can kind of pop up and not be molested. So yeah, so looking pretty good. And view from up on the top and on the sides. So, and then all this stuff is glued and screwed. I had wanted to use some staples on it just out of convenience, but the staples and the staple gun I have weren't long enough, so they weren't holding. So it's taken a little bit longer than I thought it would be, because I'm having to pre-drill each screw hole, because, you know, these, you know, 2x2s, or what do you call these, 1.5 by 1.5, if you put a screw through it, it can split, you know. So literally I'm pre-drilling every single hole, and then also gluing and screwing. So it's pretty secure. I'm very happy with how it's going to be, like, secure wise. So here is the I don't know if you can see in that box, got a ProFlex. You'll definitely see that in a little bit, but that's the window that's going to go, like, I guess that would be on the passenger side, so to speak. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the, you know, kitchenette area over here. I'm going to have some like bank of storage cabinets up in this area, on the top on that side, and then I might put in a little teeny tiny window in here. I don't know. And then this area over here is going to be more like of the bench, like where you would sit or what have you, and then a little galley in the center, kind of like where so you can walk, and then obviously the bed area in there, and then some storage back in there. So I'm gonna do like an unboxing. I ordered a ton of like parts and stuff for this. I got the heater that is coming on the 30th, and then I got like a lot of the electrical system for the solar panel chargers, batteries, and all that kind of good stuff that have to fit somewhere in here. And then I also have like the ice chest ready to go, and like some of those pumps, the little teeny tiny hand pump that's gonna operate with a fresh water system and all that, and that's gonna go over here somewhere. But I haven't framed that out exactly because I wanted to get the ice chest and get all that equipment and stuff, and I'll like mock it up, and then I'll just frame around it, more or less, rather than framing and then trying to stuff a pieces part in there and being stuck with it. So that's kind of like how I'm operating this. I haven't framed out the back of the door area and stuff yet. I don't know exactly what that's going to look like because I don't have the AC, and I have the heater. Well, I don't have the heater, but it's ordered, and I don't know the size exactly of like where the diesel fuel container is going to go, and I think I want to have that kind of like on an outside chest or cabinet, so to speak, over here. So that'll balance out that, with the air conditioner over there will also be framed out and have a chest or storage over there. So it'll be kind of like balanced, equal distant, and then in the center, or roughly equivalent center, basically to accommodate those things, I'll have the door. So that area right there is not framed out on purpose, and these like wings, I guess you would say, are just not cut off to length on purpose, because I just don't know what that's going to look like until I get the mechanicals. So hopefully the next video, all of this stuff will be like sheathed in, and maybe like the majority of it like insulated, that kind of stuff, for the most part on some of these things. I'm gonna have to not insulate some of it because I might have to run wires and whatnot, but I'll have most of the insulation in of like where it needs to go, like especially like in the bedroom area, up in there. So yeah, so nice little update. I'm happy with it, making progress, and so far like all this stuff is very basic material: 2x4s, 2x2s, OSB types of plywood, screws, nails, whatever, glue, just regular ordinary stuff from like your home store, Home Depot or Lowe's, and then just the other stuff is just going to come from like Amazon. So that's kind of like the theme of this build, I think, is just like just a very basic supply custom slide-in truck camper that you can get sourced all your materials locally or like on Amazon for some of that other stuff. So I think that's kind of like the theme of this lightweight slide-in truck camper that goes in a short bed truck, and you can close the gate on it, and it's going to be all weather or cold or heat. And then also, we really haven't talked about how I'm going to make this weatherproof, but we're going to do poor man's fiberglass. I made that decision, and that'll be a whole nother video doing poor man's fiberglass. But so far I think it's looking pretty good. I mean, it's just me doing this. My son helped out a little bit, kind of moving it around. My son and my family, we moved it in and out of the truck. But the part I'm really looking forward to is like this angle here, and then that angle in there, like where that window and stuff goes. It's really gonna like pop and look nice and stuff once that all is in place. So hopefully, if all goes well, I can have another update, and I'll include that stuff. Thanks for watching. Hope you're interested. Thanks. Okay, we got like an angle update, so take a look and see how those angles are progressing right there. I mean, we saw this one already, but I went on the inside and I framed out some supports and then put the bottom on here. On top, I'll just draw a chalk line and cut that off, But down here is kind of the neat part. So, you know, this is designed to, the top part obviously, this is going to be like the roof of my truck. And then this is, I don't know, the window area, doors, that kind of area there. And it'll come down here and kind of splash some of that aerodynamics there. And I just really like the way that that looks. It's really neat. And that does the curvature. I had to fur that out just a little bit on the one, but that's all glued and screwed in there. And then same thing on this side here. Let me back out. So this little, I don't know, wing. So put that in underneath here. You might not think that this little piece here is too much, but it's, you know, got a lot of cuts and stuff to it. And then on the inside, so just remember that right there. So let's go on the inside. Okay, it's getting darker in here as you close it in. Put these supports in there, and they're all nice and cut, you know, so the base has something to screw into. And then the same thing at the top. I'll finish doing that a little bit better. And then I am going to do one like way in that corner there. I am going to put like a piece of, I'm going to rip a piece of 2x2 all the way in the corner, but I'm going to do that on my table saw. So let's take a look over here. Same thing over here, and there we go. Did the framing out there. I'll cut that off. Got plenty of glue everywhere. Don't skimp on the gravy. That's what Mr. Judge used to say. But it looks pretty good. Cut these pieces like here, you know, and got these two pieces in here, this piece here, and then this piece here. And that was kind of a funky little angle. So I think that's going to look really nice when that window is in there, and you won't even be able to see this window area. So you won't be able to see that window area unless you're inside the truck. And I like it that way because it gives it some, you know, some extra security. You know what I mean? I mean, if nobody knows it's there, then they don't even know to break in there or whatever. So, you know, sometimes secrecy is security. So, but I really like the way that looks. All right, I'm gonna work on the other side. And it's getting hot and long. I'm kind of thirsty, so I might just call it a day. But thanks for tuning in. Check it out, you guys. Check it out. Got a lot of the framing and all the angles and stuff done. You guys kind of saw this side before. Look how nice that looks with that angle up there like that. It's going to be a lot more aerodynamic. Got all that stuff down there taken care of. And over on here, over on this side, same thing, mirror image of the other side. But I just love how that like angle like that and like that comes in, because this is also angled down this way. So it's like two angles going on, you know, one going this way and then the other going that way as well. Trapezoid or something, I'm not sure what they call that. But, and then in here, this is where it comes in. You can see the angle a little bit better from this direction right here. So this is going to be the window, that pass-through window that I got. And then that little hole right there is going to be for the little shark bite, or shark fin. And that's whoops, that's right there. So that little shark fin right there is gonna be, it just needed just a tiny little bit, so I cut that out, and then that'll just be you know, weatherized, I guess you might say. But yeah, it's looking really good. I love it. Pretty darn square, off just a tiny little bit here and there. And then this area back here, these little wings are just rough cut long on purpose, because that's where like that box goes, you know. I got a really cool what do you call it, a diesel heater container coming. I only paid $13 or $14 off it off at Amazon, which was like half price of like the exact same unit. And I'll put a link in the description, I'll show it. But supposedly it's stainless and it's like 7 or 8 liters, which is a lot better than the 1 liter that my diesel heater came with. So so I'm gonna put that over like on this side in the back, so that's why, you know, there's extra stuff here. That's going to be trimmed down exactly to fit. So I'm just not really sure exactly what that's going to look like over here, because, you know, if you've been following along, over here is going to be kind of like the diesel heater type of stuff and storage, and then there's going to be a door, and then over on the right hand side is going to be the AC unit, and also storage. So, and again, same thing over there. It's just, and the same thing with the ceiling. Had a little bit of damage up here, but same thing with the ceiling. That's also overhang. I'm going to trim that exactly to fit once everything's like squared up and all that. So, so this is on purpose that the back of it is not framed out yet. So I haven't figured out exactly the door, but this is all boxed in basically, you know. Got like these wings done and stuff. Sorry, it's a little dark. It's getting dark earlier in Ohio now. It's late August. And got that done. Back in there. So that's a nice storage area back in there. That'll be finished out nice. And then here's like, you know, that little area right here for the pass through for that shark fin. So I'll come back down tomorrow and I'll do a better video, I think, on this. But this is like, you know, 95% framed out and sheathed out. These little top pieces here, they're a little bit out of square. And you know, once I get that last piece of plywood up that side there, I'll just you know, I'll do a line, chalk line or something, you know, square it up like perfectly. Same thing over here. You know, cut it. I let it go out just a little bit farther than what it needed to be, and I'll climb up on top of there and do a line and cut it nice and straight the entire way down. So so yeah, looking pretty good. I like it. I like it a lot, and making good progress. So hope you guys like it. Hope you're following along. And I got all kinds of stuff that I ordered. I mean, all kinds of stuff, and I'm going to be doing an unboxing of all that stuff, probably, I don't know, maybe the next episode or something, because if you've been following along, I've been I order that stuff before I'm doing any of the interior, like separation walls, cabinets, whatever. I'm buying all the pieces, parts, the mechanicals, the innards, and that way I can know exactly what the fit is, rather than vice versa. It's a lot easier to build the wall around your thing rather than to put those things and move walls around afterwards. So it'll make sense. But I'll do an unboxing of all that stuff, all the electrical, solar charge controller, you know, all that stuff. Wiring, diesel heater, you know, the windows and the whole 9 yards. Got a ton of stuff coming. I'm super excited about that. The batteries, I'm going with 200 amp hour batteries, lithium ion phosphate. So so yeah, so it's looking really good. And also I'm super excited about the plumbing portion of it. That's really going to be neat, and I got some ideas. I haven't heard about anybody doing some of this stuff before, so I like doing things that are unusual. Maybe it'll work and maybe it won't, you know, but it won't be too expensive or too permanent where you can't fix it. So stay tuned for that. You guys are going to really like that. It'll be unusual. So thanks a lot. Have a good day.